we're gonna try to do this video now. Okay, so it looks awful today, but just remember that I will be working on getting a new camera and lighting and stuff, so the new videos hopefully will be better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the first book of the year is we start with the Inheritance Games. I had previously, probably like 2 months before, read the first book. So we started on the Hawthorne Legacy, and we read that, and we really enjoyed that. I think we gave, I don't really know what I rated it. It's been so long. I actually need to refresh myself. I don't remember what happens in those books. Okay, I gave it 5 stars. I don't think it was 5 stars in my opinion. I think anything close to it would be the Final Gambit, which we haven't reached yet. So, anyway, going back, I'd probably give it 3.5 because 3 is good in my opinion. 3 is, you should totally read this, it's really good. So 3 is fine. But anyway, oh, this was a good book though. Okay, so anyway, I think it was okay. I think it was fine. Then we read the Final Gambit, which is the 3rd and last in the trilogy of the Inheritance Games. Sorry. And so we read this one. I do think this is my favorite. It was just so good, you guys. So I love the Inheritance Games. I recommend this so much. I think my cousin's gonna read this. Do it, Jack, please. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god, I just love this. Then we read, so there's the trilogy, and then there's this book, the Brothers Hawthorne, and then there is some other books like Games Untold, which is a novella book, and then there's The Same Backward as Forward, and The Grandest Game, Glorious Rivals, and then there will soon be the 3rd, which is The Gilded Blade. Yes. So this one was also one of my favorites because you get new characters that I really, really enjoyed. So I also recommend this. I gave it 4 stars. I'm gonna keep it at that, honestly. I read The Grandest Game and Games Untold, which this is the novella one, and this is a new spin-off series of the Inheritance Games. So that's this one, Glorious Rivals, and soon to be The Gilded Blade. It's a spin-off trilogy. So it's, we'll come back to that. So we actually did read that first. So this one was really good. I missed my characters because it's new characters, but this was still equally as like entertaining and fun and riddly. And I do remember I read this in one sitting. It was just very entertaining. Okay, and then we were fine. So I didn't know this one existed, and then someone said a spoiler to me, and I'm so irritated. But they told me a spoiler, and I was like, wait, I didn't read that. What are you talking about? And they were like, Games Untold. And I was like, oh, I don't have that. So I got it. And I'm sorry, it's just I'm really tired right now, so I'm looking at myself. This is my favorite. So there's a certain novella in here that becomes a book that you have, and I'm telling you that, so you have to know now. It's it becomes The Same Backward as Forward, and that is my life. But before that came out, this was the OG. This was the thing to have, and you had to have it because you had to read a certain story, and you had to be having these emotions about it, and it was just so good, and it was so classic, and oh my god, I love it. And now we have a full story, so that's pretty cool. But that was not out at the time. Then I read The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther, and I love this edition so much because that just makes me so happy. So I bought this and I loved it, and I bought the first edition, kind of more boring one, and then I found out that this came out like 2 days after I read it. So I was like, Mom, can I please get it? And I got it. So I love this. I recommended this so many times to so many people I know that are getting into reading because it just makes my heart so happy. It started off this year so well, I think, and I saw this like pen. It was like, I actually like this one better than The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I wasn't allowed to read The Summer I Turned Pretty yet because my mom was trying to figure out if I was allowed to at the time, and so I got to read this before, and it just was so good and entertaining. It's about this game at Martha's Vineyard something island. I can't remember if that's the island or if I'm thinking of a different series. But anyway, so it was like this game of assassin. And it was so fun, and it was just the coolest thing to experience, and I want to have that right now. Then we read one of my favorite Lynn painters. This is my favorite Lynn painter, I think. I'm pretty sure. This one and Fake Skating are competing right now. So Betting on You, I will forever hold so high. Oh, it's so good. I can't even explain it because it's been so long. I just remember the emotions and feeling like, whoa. Because I don't remember better than the movies. I remember nothing like the movies, but I don't remember that first one. So this just is everything to me. God, I love it. So read that right now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to give it 5 stars. 5 stars. They actually both got 5 stars. Okay, then we actually do have Nothing Like the Movies. So Nothing Like the Movies, I ended up giving 4 stars. Probably take that back. I'm probably going to give it 3. But 3 is good. I just don't remember it, honestly. So I say really cute. A lot of people don't like New Liz, but I really enjoyed it. I hope Clark and Sarah get a book. Honestly, I still remember Clark and Sarah to this day. So I say I liked the music, the Tay references, the hospital confession. It was like, I liked the Gilmore Girl, Gracie, Hunger Games being mentioned. I say my favorite character was Wes or Clark. And then I say someone who I know would love this book. I said this girl or someone else now. So that's pretty good. I didn't cry. I finished this the 20th, so we were kind of off to a slow year. Actually, no, we weren't. This is still the first month. This was a great month, honestly. I don't read like that anymore. So, The Do-Over. Another one painter. I was in this phase. This one was fun. This one was cute. I really have no notes. Okay, I say I have no notes, and then bam, I have some notes. I actually have a page I really enjoyed, and I think about all the time. So, I just love Lynn Painter. I'm sorry, I'm up and bouncy today, and I just been sick all week, so I'm tired of staying still. But anyway, this book was just really cute. It was kind of what I needed. I think I read this around the time it's supposed to be read. Yeah, the 14th. So I enjoyed it. It was fun. It's so tiny that like you can't be like, oh, I'm tired of reading. You're just like, I'm gonna push through. And it's cute, and I would recommend. We're gonna see when we get to the top so that you guys can see. Right now it looks like this. So that's just January so far. I think we're not even done January. Okay, we have one more book. We have one more. Right here. Prepare to be sad. Okay, If He Had Been With Me. So I got so many spoilers for this book. Oh, I was mad. Oh, so I got unlimited all the time. And like this person I followed on Pinterest, they were like, you know, red cars. And I was like, I need to know what's in this. I need to know what's happening here. And now I do. Now I think of August 8th, and I think of rain, and I think of red cars, and I think of Finney Smith, who liked soccer, I think, and punched a guy once because he was something rude to Autumn, and oh, he was just in love, and I just opened on the chapter 2. So this hurt me in ways I think of often. My mom read this first. I didn't know she had read it. I was like, hey mom, I read this really crazy book recently, but I didn't tell her that I read it. I was like, what do you think about it? She was like, I hate it. It's so depressing. And I was like, oh, yeah. I read it. You know, so that's how that was. I love her. Thanks, mom. Love you. So, anyway, I do think this one is really good. It's just, to me, it's a classic because I joined kind of late at Book Talk, so I just hear all about, like, this era. This was a whole thing, so I like it. I enjoyed it. So, this one got 5 stars. 5 stars. I'm gonna keep it there because I just really enjoyed it. And I loved Finney, even if now I don't love him as much as I did when I read it. But next we read If Only I Had Told Her, which is the second book in this series. So I was at the beach, and I talk about this a lot. I was sobbing. I had my sunglasses on that make me look like Willy Wonka. And I was absolutely just breaking down. What's that? I was just shredded on the sand, and people were like, are you okay? And I was like, don't talk. It was just horrible. I don't recommend, but this is a good series, so I do recommend that. So then we read The Fault in Our Stars, and this one is so much better. You guys, I can't even. So this I love so much more than If He Had Been With Me. This is everything. This is everything. This made me break down crying. I had an idea where it was going. I didn't know for sure. This one I did not have spoilers going into. I watched the movie. I stayed up at like past midnight watching the movie, reading the book, loving it. Okay, this thing was so good. Oh my god, I tabbed the whole thing. I sobbed. Some of it's funny. It's not all sad. Some of it was just funny parts, but I had to color code it to the cover. But it was so good. I love that. Okay, then I read A Thousand Boy Kisses, and I don't love this. I don't. 1 star. I think I gave it what? 3, 1 star. This was boring. It made me cry, sure, but I did not like the ending. I hated the ending. Like, I remember this. This was March, I think, when I read this. March. I hated this. Do not read. You might be cooler than me, but like, ugh. Sunrise on the Ravine. So I used to have this intro. I usually put it way in the beginning, and it just has this in the beginning so much. It actually used to have it way more, but I had to cut out some scenes to add some new stuff to make it look more interesting. But the OG, baby, we love this. This is my favorite book of all time right now, and it's been a full year, and it's still my favorite, and I am obsessed, and I just can't. This has become my life. Like, I don't even know how to talk right now. So then I read on a trip. So we went to Disney, and we went to this Titanic museum thing. It was really cool, and I read on that trip Picking Daisies on Sundays, and this is the cutest thing ever. Oh my god. So like I said, I don't remember better than the movies, so Levi Caldwell is better than Wes Bennett in my opinion, because I just don't remember the other book. But this was so cute. Oh my god. I think of this so often. Oh my god. Please read it. Please add it to cart, because you won't find it in stores. It's just on Amazon, at least for me. I don't know about now. But Picking Daisies on Sundays was everything at that time, other than Sunrise, because I had just read Sunrise. So, like, I think this is also 5 stars. Both were 5. Just amazing, phenomenal. It's so cute. So many people don't like it, but I love it. I know so many people who do love it. It's like their favorite book of all time. So I'm just gonna put that out there for you. So you should read it right now. Okay, The Summer I Turned Pretty, also read on that trip, and then it's kind of bejeweled right now. So just be mindful. That's why I'm holding it dainty. So this, after that, Picking Daisies on Sundays and books like The Summer of Broken Rules. This was not my favorite, but it was better than I was expecting. Like, I had already seen like Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah, and like Reasons to Pick Whose Side and stuff. And the show was just coming out again. It was like right about to happen that summer. So I had already seen so many things, and I was like, whoa. So I already had ideas going into this, and then I had ideas shaping it up while I was reading it, so it was just a lot of crazy stuff, but this was pretty good. I do recommend The Summer I Turned Pretty. It was cute, yeah. I'm just gonna put this in a gentle. Okay, then we read Reckless. This is one of my favorites. Okay, Fearless is so good, but I just buzzed past it in one day, so I don't remember it all. But Reckless, you guys, Reckless. This had so many Tangled moments that I am actually in love with. I want to reread this series so bad, because there are so many things I've forgotten, and I just need to remember, because I love the Tangled scenes. I love it so much. I love this series. I love the characters. I would go on walks and explain to my sister all of the lore for hours every single day, and she'd be like, so what happens to, we called them Phoebe and Kevin. It's Peyton and Kai, but she renames all of the characters I tell her about Phoebe and Kevin. We need to know what's going to happen to them. And then oh my god, what was Kit's name? It was something so funny. It was so funny. Oh my god. I can't remember, but it was really good. So anyway, read that, and then I also read Powerful, and I read those two around the same day, And this I read 4 days before Fearless came out, so I was like right on track. This one made me sob so bad. This is one of the first books I've read that made me sob, like, other than, okay, well, forget it, because I already said, like, If He Had Been With Me and those books. This was probably my first fantasy. I don't read a lot of fantasy, so this was really good. It was cool. It was cool. And then I read Fearless, so this thing is huge. So for reference, that's the difference. This one's like 600 pages or something. It was crazy. It was a monster. I loved it. I loved every minute. Not every minute. There were some parts I hated. And every part, there was something happening and something going on. And I was like, oh my God, I'm actually terrified for Phoebe and Kevin, you know? What's going to happen to them? And it was just so good. This is what we're looking at now. It doesn't look like much, but it feels like a lot because I've been talking for a long time. I'm not going to get this book because it's just one and then I have a bunch of stuff to flip through. But Watch Me by Mother Mafi was so good this year. I am so excited for Release Me. So I also read that, so just imagine that, okay, in your mind. And so it is the spinoff of the Shatter Me series. And so much happened in that book. And all my characters were back. And oh my God, all my characters were back. And someone has to feed the ducks, Rosaline. So just, I do recommend that. Then we read, it's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. So this is the second book in the Summer I Turned Pretty series. And this one I did not love as much. This one is one of my least favorites. I'm going to say in the tier rank, we're going to have the first book, the third book, the second book. I don't remember why. But this one was just not my favorite. I read this on a beach trip, and I also read on the same beach trip this one. I think I read these in the same 2 days. And it was really good. I'm just going to talk about them both. They were both pretty good. They were entertaining for that beach trip. I needed it. And I'm glad what happened, and what happened in Cabo should have stayed in Cabo. It shouldn't have come back. But anyway, then I read my sister's book, The Cozy Crumb, forever loving this. And I'm so proud of my sister. She did it. So go read that. If you like yourself, put it in the cart on Amazon. So for my YouTube, I started reading now. So I'm so excited because you're going to have recognized these videos if you watched any of my other videos. So I read everything. So I read everything, and I did some reaction videos for this for some reason. Looking back, they're so embarrassing, but back then, what you do. How you start, you start. So everything. So I started annotating at the end. It was really cute. It was worth it. Made me cry a bit. Little dramatic. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So let me find it. The Fifth Wave. This is not what I was expecting. I devoured this. It took me a few months. Slow devour. But then once I got into it, man, we were feasting. There was no crumbs left. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm really delirious right now. It's past my bedtime. So anyway, I loved this book. It took me like a while, but I really did enjoy it, and I really do recommend. It's got like aliens. It's got like not monsters, aliens, whatever. It's just so fun. It's so entertaining. So The Fifth Wave, go read it. It's got a movie for this book. I don't think they're doing any more, but it was really entertaining. And we read The Last Star. Excuse me? I just lied to your face. Then we read The Infinite Sea, which is book 2 of the Fifth Wave series, and there are 3, so that's what I was just saying. But The Infinite Sea was this, did I like this more, or did I like it not less? I think I like this one less, actually. But this one did make me cry more. This one was good. I just thought of something. Oh, so this one was really good. I do recommend reading this and continuing the series and finishing it because you do learn more about your characters, and you really need to know that. I read The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, I think. Yeah. And also annotated that. I was in an annotating phase, as you guys can see. So this one was really cute, actually. I read this on a trip. And I was just in the car listening to Somber the entire time for like however long it took. And how can we go back? I don't know why I wasn't crying, but I really enjoyed it. So it was really cute, and I just read another one of hers, but this is my favorite. So We're Liars, and this is the series. If you're thinking about it, yes, yikes, this was crazy. I was not expecting this. I loved it. Oh, my heart. So We Were Liars was so good. So good. Unexpected plot twist. Yeah, it took me forever. So when I read A Thousand Boy Kisses back in March, I immediately started A Thousand Broken Pieces because I was like, oh, I actually liked it at the time. I don't like it anymore. But I was like, oh, I need to know what happens to this person, this character, Savannah. And so I got this, and it took me forever, and I finally finished. So there were some things I liked. It was not it for me. This one gets 2 stars in my opinion. I liked it more than the other, and that's all. But that goes there. Then we read Family of Liars, which is the second book in the We Were Liars series, and this one was so good. This one was crazy. I'm actually so excited for We Fell Apart. I haven't done any research for it, so I don't know what it's about, but I'm going to find out. And they had signed ones near me, and I didn't get it, and I keep thinking about that every single day. Regret. Seriously regret that, but this one was so good. It was so mysterious. The Last Star by, the third book in the Fifth Wave series, and this one was so good too. It was not my favorite. It was my least favorite, but it was still very captivating and very interesting, and I love it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to film more tomorrow because I need to brush my teeth, and I'm very tired, and I had like 3 hours of sleep last night. So good night. I'll see you in the morning. Love you. Good morning. Hi there. Back. Okay, I'm so excited to finish filming this because I want to get it out today if possible. So here we go. I'm going to go get the rest of the books and we're going to talk. I finally laid it all out, you guys, and this is what we read this year. Hold on. In absolutely no order. And I feel pretty proud of how this year went. So we're going to resume from where we stopped. And the last book I was talking to you guys about. Oh, okay. So last we were going to talk about To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. And this was so cute. I love this. I remember this. I think of it actually all the time, and I love the movies because me and my sister got to watch them. So this was really cute, and I really did love this. I think I gave it 4 stars. Yeah. So one of my favorite book boyfriends for sure. Then we read The Old Man in the Sea because I wanted to get smart. I wanted to look cool. So I read this in an hour, and a lot of stuff happened. It was something. I was supposed to read it for school last year, and we never had it come up. Then I read P.S. I Still Love You, which is the second book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. And this one was actually really cute. I read this on a trip to my cousin's, and this was fun. I don't really remember it. Gave it 4 stars. Yeah, I don't remember it. Then I read Glorious Rivals, and this one I do remember because I was also still at my cousin's house when I got it, so that was super fun. This book was crazy. This book needs to be talked about with someone still, and I don't know what's gonna happen in the new one, so I'm so excited for The Gilded Blade to come out, and And then we read Always and Forever, Lara Jean, and this is the third and final book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series, and this might be my favorite actually. Yeah, this one's my favorite. I gave it a 4.5 star rating. I cried. It was just really cute, and I love the characters, fell in love with them, and I just really wish that we had more from their story, and I just love it. And then we read 5 Feet Apart, which was so cute and so sad, and it tore my heart out and spit it out, and I really did like it, and it was really fun. And then it was a movie, and the movie was just as good, honestly. It fit the book so well, and I'm just so proud of that, and I love it. And I had fun. Me and my sister watched it, and I told her all about the book, but I left things out, and then we watched the movie, and we cried, and it was so good. So I definitely recommend 5 Feet Apart. And then I read Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson, and oh my god, I had been waiting for this. and I'm rereading it with my mom right now. It's so fun. I tabbed it. I love this book. This book brings me so much joy. So yeah, I would recommend this one. And I cried. I loved, it's just so good. There's so many things I love to talk about with this. I made like a Spotify playlist. I made like Apple Music playlist. I have a lot of playlists. And so yeah, it was just really good. There. Then I read The Problem with Forever, and I did tab this one a bit. And I don't remember everything about this story, but I remember little things, and I remember like the few sort of things that I should remember, I guess. Like, oh, I remember I annotated like crazy. And so this book was good. It was cute. It was what I needed. I read this at the beach. That was nice. And it just wasn't my favorite out of the year. I've read other things that were like more stuck out. So this gets a solid 3 in my opinion, but I don't know. I rated it a 4 when I read it. So we read Float, and this book was cute. This one was okay. This one was like a Wattpad read, which is what it is. And so it would just kind of expect that when you're going into it. It was a good summer read. I read it like right at the end of summer, but it was fun, and I did like it. Yeah, and it feels awesome. Like, I love the cover. I think I talked about that so much. The Air, which is part of the Selection series, it's like part of the end, and it wasn't my favorite. It's like, it just really wasn't my favorite. It didn't give me the same feel as the earlier Selection books, and it kind of hurt my heart a little bit because I was expecting that, and I was needing that a little bit from like America and stuff, and Maxton and all them, and we just didn't get our characters back. But anyway, and it was the same with the rest of the series. So I read the Selection Stories, which is a novella, and then I read The Crown by Kiera Cass, so both of them, and they just also weren't the same, and so it wasn't my favorite ending to the series, and I feel like it could have been better, but I did enjoy the second book, The Crown, more than I did The Air. So then I read A First Time for Everything by K.L. Walther, and I love K.L. Walther. I've read 2 of her books now, and I'm about to start another one for a video, I think. And so this one was really cute. I still do love The Summer of Broken Rules more. This one was still fun, and it was cute, and I do love the sprayed edge. It made me happy when I was reading it. Okay, then we read Red Queen and No, we didn't. Then we read Red Queen and Glass Sword, and I love this series so much. I only have 2 more books. I've read 3 this year, and I don't know what I'm going to do after this series. I don't want it to end, so I'm like slowly reading the 4th book right now because I love it. And so here's the first one, here's the second, and these things were loved, these things were tabbed. This series is so good. I'm excited. It has places it can go, and I'm nervous, and I love the characters. Oh my god. So the Nightingale actually hurt me. It was like a giant brick. It's thick too. Look at her. She's thick. And so this book was crazy. This book was insane. I read this, and I think my aunt is actually reading it right now. She's halfway through, so you got this, Nanny. I'm sorry. And so this thing was crazy. This is one of the best books I've read in a long time, until I read another one of hers that you're going to see very soon. But this is my second favorite Kristen Hanna book because it's just so crazy. I love France and Paris and that kind of thing anyway, but then it was just so perfect, the time it was written and the way it was written, and it just, you feel like you're there, and it's really cool, and I really love it. So please read it. And you guys, we waited and we waited and we waited, and we finally got Fake Skating, and look how cute it is. I love the other cover I have more, but this one is the signed one, so we're just gonna show it today. So I love this book so much, and it's actually one of my favorite Lynn Paintis. Like, I was talking about that earlier in this video, I think. I was saying the Betting on You and Fake Skating are my favorites, and I think it's true. I just love them so much, and it was so fun to get to read them, and it was actually really fun after The Nightingale because I kind of needed something fun and lighthearted like that, so. And then I read The Tattooist of Auschwitz on the same day, and this is really good, and it makes you cry, and I did cry the same day I actually read Fake Skating, so. And this was so good, and I did read this on a trip, so it was kind of hard to sit down and read sometimes, you know, but it was still very fun, and it was very good, and it's small, and you just love the guy because the guy is such a sweetheart, in such a harsh time, and it was so good. And then we read Regretting You just in time for the movie to come out 10 days later, I'm pretty sure. I love this book. I loved the movie. It was so good. I cried for the end because it was just really sweet, and I just love this book. It made me feel so many things. This is the only one of her books I'm probably ever going to be able to read, so I'm taking advantage of that. Thank you. It was beautiful. I loved it. Speaking of things I didn't really love it. Okay, I liked it. I don't know why I get aggravated when I see it. It's not that. The cover is so cute. I love the cover. We love the cover. But it just wasn't my favorite book. It didn't do anything for me. I don't know, maybe I'm just not giving it a chance, but like it was cute. It didn't do anything at all. That's how I feel about that. I didn't. Okay, and then I read something that did. Hold on. My favorite Kristen Hanna book, The Great Alone. I loved The Great Alone. I read this at the same time as my grandma, and she was actually faster than me, so she finished it before I did. And I think she's already read this. I don't know, like maybe twice. But this is my favorite. This was so good and so entertaining, and so many things happened. And I just sat down for hours every day, and I was like loving this. It is so good. I can't even express that. I just love it. Please go read it. And then we read, okay, so this I got from the library, and it's called Princess, A True Story of Life Behind the Veil in Saudi Arabia. And so we got into this library phase, me and my mom, so we'd go and read the same books together at the library, and then we'd bring them home and just read together. So this one I did read with her, and it was good. It was, she read it when she was my age, so I think that was really part of the experience. I made it cool. And so it just really helped us to learn how life was back then for those girls, and that was crazy, so yeah. And then we read That's Not My Name, but I did, not just me, sorry. So this was crazy. I did make a reading vlog for this book only, apparently. I don't know why. I was experimenting, and so that's up there. But this book was crazy. This book was so wild and insane, and I was scared, and I was like gasping while I was reading. It was weird, but it was so crazy, and it's so good, and it was perfect for the fall. And one of my friends just read it actually, so I need to ask her how she felt, but it was just so crazy, and I really enjoyed it. Then I read The Cruel Crown novella, and that is for the Red Queen series, and you're actually supposed to read that first, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't know that, so I read that. It's pretty good. I gave it 3 stars, which is pretty good, I think, for a novella, because you can't really get much out of them. Then I read, also from the library with my mom, Everything Sad is Untrue, and this one is actually really good. I thought it made me cry, no. It was really good. I wasn't really into it at first because I was kind of confused, but it took some time, but then I really felt bad for the character, and I really started to love him, so you get closer to him when you keep reading, and I guess I do miss him a little bit, so it was fun. I read People We Meet on Vacation. People! So this one is going to be a movie in January, so tomorrow, next month. That's crazy. And so I'm actually really hoping we get to go see it. I don't know if it goes straight to Netflix or if it's in the theaters, I don't know. But I love this book. This makes me happy. I think about this every other day. It was just so fun and cute, and my favorite Emily Henry book. So I was going to say something, but I'm not going to. And then I read Project Hail Mary. Oh my god. This audio. So I listened to the audiobook because I don't have the patience to read the printout, but I think I could now. I think now that I have an idea. I just needed to hear it in my head. And also he sounds like Ryan Gosling, so it was awesome. But I listened to that, and it was so good, and I definitely gave it 5 stars. In my head, it gets probably 10 out of 5. It was so amazing. I love it. My uncle read it, my dad read it, so we got to talk about it a bit, and it's just so cool. I really do recommend it. The Same Backward as Forward, and I love this book, so I just adore this. This is the cool. You can't tell me that's not the coolest thing you've ever seen. I love how it goes upside down, and then it's signed too. Hold on, you've seen this. So that's just the coolest thing. I love that so much, and this book was so good. It made me sob. I actually cried less than I thought I was, because like when I first read it, I was just sobbing the entire time. But then I got because that was for Games Untold novella. But this book was so good. It was so good. This is the quotes I liked. I wrote them like crazy. It was really good. And then, I don't know if you're ready for this. I did read a Dean Koontz book. And it was intense. It was scary, y'all. No, it wasn't. I read it on walks with my mom, so it actually didn't faze me at all. It was kind of boring. And it went on and on for like 50 pages about the most random details, and I did not really enjoy it because it was light, but it was fine. It was good for the purpose, I guess, but yeah. And then I read King's Cage, which is the third book in the Red Queen series, and so that's where I'm at now. You guys have caught up to me. Look at all those tabs. I love this. This was so good. It was so entertaining. I sobbed because I was on my monthly and I was just breaking down, and I'm pretty sure I ate some stuff too that, yeah, I was snacking, and it was just so good. I loved it. And then I read another good one, so we're actually getting up to November, December, and that's why I'm like, oh. So The Four Winds, it was so good. So this is my third in the list. So The Great Alone, The Nightingale, The Four Winds. And this one was actually really good too. I made a reading vlog for this, so it's in there. It's on the YouTube. I actually just posted it yesterday, so it's definitely up there. And well, like 15 pages of it is. But anyway, it was really good. It shocked me at some parts. I was like, excuse me. But it was pretty good, and I did enjoy it. Then we read, here we are, Tangled Up in You. And I actually enjoyed this so much more than I thought I was going to. I just really was like, I read like a few pages and I was like, I'm not really loving this. It's kind of dragging on already. And I was like, that's not something that you want to experience when you start a book that you've been super excited about and excited. And so I was excited and I kept pushing through, and I turned on the movie and it really did help. And I really did love this book, and it felt like super kind of like whimsical, not, but like in real life whimsical. Like you're living in New York City whimsical. But it was really good, and I definitely recommend that. Something I don't recommend. Something I don't like, The Maze Cutter. It was not it for me. This is starting our December reading. I'm actually so sad. I don't want this to end. So starting our December reading, we read this, and it was not it. Like someone said in the Goodreads comment that I think of every day, the title is not it, whatever. So I don't like this. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with the series. I might, just to get it off my shelf, but I don't like it. I loved The Maze Runner. This is not it. We recently read Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and we love everything Jennifer does. So this is the better one, in my opinion. The second one is good. I'm about to talk about it, actually. I'm about to talk about it, so I'll tell you later. I love this. This was really good. I think there was plot twist. Yeah, there was. And it was just so fun to go along with. And it did feel like the first Inheritance Games book, and like a mixture of like Mamma Mia, where you're like trying to find out who she belongs to, like who is her dad, who's her mom. Well, we knew who her mom was. Who's her dad? And that was so fun. I love that. So keep that going. Then we read The Intruder by Frida McFadden, and I did enjoy it. It's my first full book I've finished by her. Like, I've started a bunch, and so it was pretty good. It was what I was expecting, you know, but it kept me entertained, and it did its job, and I listened to it, the audiobook, and then I think my mom's gonna listen to it now. So. Then we read Heartless. Oh my god, Heartless was so good. Heartless, I want to go buy the physical copy like right now, but I actually am getting some new shelves built in my room, so I'm gonna go on a shopping spree once those are built, which might take a few weeks, but when those are up there, we're going on a shopping spree. We're gonna buy that. We're gonna buy other books. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So I need to do some research to see what to buy. But anyway, so Heartless was so good. It made me sob. I said I was violently horrified and angry, so that's what my sobs were. And it was just so cool. And then I just watched the live action movies when I was sick, like 4 days ago, and so that was really fun, and I really did enjoy it. And then I was explaining to my sister the entire time, like, did you know that the Queen used to bake? Did you know that? No, you didn't. And did you know that this and this and this happened? And she was like, but why is this and this and this? And I was like, oh, I got you. So that was fun. And then we read Divergent and Divergent. Anyway, we read this, and it was I listened to the audiobook when I was packing for my cruise trip, and it was actually really good. It was way better than I thought it was going to be because I was kind of like bored. I kept getting 30 pages in, stopping, 30 pages in, stopping, and like having to reread it, and it was a whole cycle. So that definitely helped, and I did enjoy it a lot more this time. I gave it 3 stars, but you know, it's just not my favorite book, but it did its job, and I'm excited to keep reading the series. And then we read My Life with the Walter Boys, and this was so cute. I read this on the cruise, and I really did just enjoy it. I read it by the pool a lot, and so it did feel like summer, even though it's winter. And so it was nice to read that and enjoy it, and I'm glad it turned out the way I was hoping. I don't understand a lot of the times the game they're talking about, but hey, it's cool. We're gonna roll with it. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fun. There was like a minor plot twist, and I was like not expecting that to come up in the random of this, but it made it better. So, and then we read. So we start. This is for my 24-hour readathon that I'm still going on because I had to stop it because I got sick, and so now it's just I read every like 2 hours a day, and then I'll add it in. It's wild. It's the longest 24-hour readathon you've ever seen, and you're gonna see it later. Anyway, in there, I'm gonna read this. Practice makes perfect. It is actually so cute. I wasn't loving it at first because I was like, no one's actually like that. No one is actually that sweet. But then I got into it, and I was like, hey, she's actually, go girl, you got this. I don't remember her name. That day was wild. It was a long day. And so this was pretty cute. I gave it 3 stars, and I really did enjoy some of the parts about the town. I thought it was funny, and I love small towns. Okay. My return to the Walter Boys, and this one was cute too. I don't remember this at all. I remember a few jokes in there, but like I'm telling you, this was the end of the 24-hour readathon of that day, and so it was just stuff was going crazy, and I think I was listening to the audiobook at 2 speed while trying to read it at the same time, and apparently I say it was a lot like To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and it was really funny and cute, and I really enjoyed it. And then I shipped Alex and Max, I think. I don't know, her best friend, from the start. So that's pretty good. And then just recently I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I actually read this yesterday. And this one was really cute, actually. I wasn't expecting it. At first, I was like holding a grudge, I think, and I just didn't like it. So I started this a long time ago. A long time before I gave People We Meet Vacation a chance, and so I didn't love it, and I think I was actually 14 when I started this. It was a long time ago, but now we're 15, so now we're cool. And I just really do enjoy this a lot more now. I enjoy the banter. I enjoy the type of people they are. A bird just flew like right in front of my window, like literally right in front of it. Okay, and so I just thought it was really cute, and it did take some time, and I was reading it very slowly, so in the reading vlog I just put up yesterday, it's like being read throughout the entire thing because that's just how it was. But yeah, I think I gave it 5 stars, honestly. I just really enjoyed it. I cried a little bit too. And then the last book of 2025, you guys, I can't believe that. That's crazy to me. Okay, so there actually might be a different last book of 2025, but I haven't finished it yet, but I'll tell you about it in 2 seconds. So I read Deadly Little Scandals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this book is actually so cute. Not cute, what? This book was crazy. This book had a plot twist. I was listening to this while I was doing my hair mostly for videos, and this book was crazy. This is also in the 24-hour readathon, and so is a little bit of Book Lovers, and really these are the 4 books so far. But we're reading another. So anyway, so Deadly Little Scandals was pretty good. There was something in there and I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that, like, in the slightest. So for you to just slam it down my throat, that was crazy. So anyway, I really did enjoy this one. I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This series was not my favorite by her. It just deserves to be well known. But it was really fun. And you guys, that's it. Okay, so I am reading Turtles All the Way Down by John Green right now for the readathon. And I have the audiobook right now. And so if I can finish that, because I only have like 4 hours left and I'm more than halfway through, then that would also be in this video, so just consider it a maybe. It might be in there, it might not, I don't know. I think I'm gonna publish this before I finish it. But yeah, so that was pretty exciting. I can't believe we finished that. Hold on. Can we stack them up real quick? So these are all of our books, and I think that's pretty amazing actually for 1 year and starting BookTube and doing high school. I think that's pretty good. I'm proud of us. I think we've read and learned a lot this year, and I just can't wait for next year. I think it's going to be so cool, and I think now that I have you guys here, we're going to be reading a lot more adventures, so that's pretty cool. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for joining. Bye!